Hi there, you're watching Nightline with me, Liyana Hassanel. News making the headlines. Detached lorry tires spark Ayakura horror crash that killed 7. And 13 arrested, 40,000 child sexual abuse materials seized in 6 states. The headlining story. The remains of 5 family members out of the 7 people who were killed in a tragic 5-vehicle crash on the North-South Expressway in Ayakura, Melaka on Monday night were laid to rest in Bandar Baru Bangi, Selangor on Tuesday. 33 people were also injured in the accident, which involved a multi-purpose vehicle, MPV, a tour bus, a lorry, a car and a trailer. Police said the deadly pileup was caused by a detached lorry tire. The 5 family members who perished in the incident have been identified as 32-year-old Khairul Ikhwan Mazupi, who was driving the MPV, his wife Fadzlana Ramli, also 32, their 2-year-old son Muhammad Umar, as well as Fadzlana's parents Ramli Abdul Wahab and Fauzia Jafar, aged 66 and 69, who were in the same MPV. Also killed were the tour bus driver, 56-year-old Nurisnian Kamit, and his passenger, 66-year-old Lamrah Asid Ali, a Singaporean national. The bodies of the 5 family members were buried at the Sungai Tangkas Muslim Cemetery at 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday. Over 400 people, including family and friends, gathered at the funeral to pay their last respects. Also present was Education Minister Fadlina Siddiq. The couple's 2 other children, 7-year-old Muhammad Uwais Al-Karni and Nur Sofia Humaira, aged 4, sustained serious injuries in the crash and are currently receiving treatment at Melaka Hospital. Meanwhile, the remains of Nur Isnin was buried at the Kampung Majujaya Muslim Cemetery in Kempas, Johor Bahru at 5:30 p.m. The hearse carrying the body of the deceased from the Melaka Hospital arrived at the Jami' Al-Falah Mosque at 4:15 p.m. The funeral was attended by about 100 people comprising family members and friends. The late tour bus driver is survived by 4 children and 1 grandchild. The body of the Singaporean victim, however, has yet been claimed by her next of kin. Now, Transport Minister Anthony Loke has instructed the Road Transport Department, RTD, to immediately conduct a thorough investigation into the cause of the tragic accident. He added that appropriate action would also be taken against the companies operating the lorry and the tour bus. In a statement on Tuesday, Loke also assured the public that RTD would ramp up stringent enforcement against heavy commercial vehicles to ensure compliance with safety standards, as well as integrated measures to guarantee the safety of road users. He also extended his heartfelt condolences to the families of the 7 victims who perished in the incident. Based on preliminary investigations, the crash occurred after a tire detached from a lorry, causing a tour bus to swerve and collide with 3 vehicles traveling on the opposite lane. All vehicles involved in the accident have been detained and will be sent to the Computerized Vehicle Inspection Center, Puspacom, for inspection. The case is being investigated under the Road Transport Act. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim has extended his condolences to the families of the victims who were killed in the 5-vehicle crash in Ayakura on Monday night. In a post on X, he expressed his grief over the tragedy and hoped that the victims' families would be granted patience and strength during this difficult time. He also prayed that those who perished will be forgiven and granted a special place among the righteous. Police have arrested 13 individuals in a series of coordinated raids across 5 states and the Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur as part of a crackdown on those suspected of possessing and distributing child sexual abuse material, CSAM. The operation, codenamed OPPEDO, also resulted in the seizure of 40,000 CSAM and pornographic content from various devices, including computers, mobile phones, and external hard drives. Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Razaruddin Hussain stated that all 13 suspects are men aged between 20 and 74. The arrests took place across Selangor, Kuala Lumpur, Pulau Pinang, Perak, Johor and Terengganu. All the suspects have been placed under remand for further investigation.
Bila ada yang memastikan bahawa tiada ruang untuk mereka yang mengambil kesempatan terhadap kanak-kanak dan memberi jaminan bahawa setiap usaha akan diambil untuk melindungi generasi muda daripada ancaman jenayah seksual dalam talian.
The operation was spearheaded by Bukit Aman's Sexual, Women and Child Investigations Division in collaboration with the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, MCMC. The raids on Monday night saw the authorities conducting searches in homes in affluent neighborhoods, as well as middle and low-cost areas. 13 investigation papers have been opened under the Sexual Offences Against Children Act for the possession of child pornography and the Penal Code for the sale, distribution or public exhibition of obscene material. Permodalan Nasional Berhad, PNB, has announced a total income distribution of 5.75 sen per unit for Amanah Saham Bumiputra ASB, the highest payout since 2020. The distribution comprises of 5.50 sen per unit in income and a 0.25 sen per unit bonus for the financial year ending December 31st, 2024. According to PNB, this year's dividend marks a notable increase from the 5.25 sen per unit paid in 2023. This also brings the total dividends distributed to ASB unit holders since its inception to 196.5 billion ringgit. The total payout of 10.1 billion ringgit will benefit 11.1 million ASB unit holders. The higher payout was attributed to the stronger performance of the Malaysian equity market, which allowed the fund to achieve improved returns. PNB Group Chairman Raja Tan Sri Arshad Rajatun Uda said that the country's macroeconomic environment remains positive despite the ongoing uncertainties in geopolitics and global trade. He added that its assets under management, AUM, rose to 347 billion ringgit in 2024, and the fund management company aims to increase it to 400 billion ringgit by 2027. PNB also recorded a 3.2% rise in the total number of accounts to 16.2 million, with over 400,000 new unique holders. Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim has called on Malaysians to use the Christmas season to strengthen unity and harmony in the country's multiracial society. He also reminded Malaysians to avoid any effort to sow seeds of discord in fostering a thriving and inclusive nation. In a Facebook posting on Tuesday, Anwar said major celebrations like Christmas can serve as a source of strength and unity among Malaysians. He added that coexistence played an important role in the country's multicultural identity and was a key ingredient for peace and prosperity. The Prime Minister also extended his Christmas greetings to all Christians, celebrating the festive holiday on Wednesday in the same post. In many places, including Malaysia, Christmas fosters a sense of belonging and shared tradition, bringing people together to celebrate in harmony regardless of cultural differences. The festive season is also often a time of reflection as people look back on the past year, expressing gratitude for their experiences and achievements. Nightline's Muhammad Nadir Asfar has the report.
Christmas is a time of hope and anticipation for the future, both on a personal and collective level. The celebration, which is closely associated with giving and sharing, also serves as an opportunity for families to come together and create lasting memories. It encourages people to strengthen their bonds with loved ones, reconnect and celebrate shared traditions, often through festive meals and the exchange of gifts. This sense of togetherness and celebration was evident in Kuala Lumpur, where large crowds flocked to shopping malls on Christmas Eve. Some were scrambling to complete their last-minute shopping, while others took the opportunity to enjoy the festive atmosphere in the heart of the capital.
Yeah, just for shopping only. And this Friday, I've attended the stand-up committee. Yeah, at the PJ. Yeah. See, is it have any nice shop? Then just go to eat. Yeah.
For 70-year-old Annie Tan, This year's celebration marked a departure from her usual holiday gatherings, as she chose to spend Christmas with her friends instead of her family.
Different because this year with our own senior citizen friends, not in the family. Normally with family. Yeah. Because senior citizen, we can do anything that we like. No need to follow the family. It's like that only. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year! Yes.
The colourful and extravagant decorations set up in Kuala Lumpur have also captivated tourists visiting Malaysia for the holiday season.
Yeah, we are. That's why the main reason we come to Malaysia, where we can have a good crowd and we can experience the Christmas vibe here. Well, being here, we can see a mixed cultures. People from all around the world come here, and Malaysia is welcome. We can see many people come here, they experience it, and the vibe is 100%. The music, the sound, the background. It's always I'm getting the vibe of Christmas. I feel like the Santa Claus is coming.
The excitement of Christmas is in the air as celebrations bring festive gatherings, gifts and cherished memories. Even for those not celebrating Christmas, the decorations, vibrant atmosphere and events make it a joyful season for everyone. I'm Muhammad Ade Asfar for Nightline TV3.
Christmas celebrations are often associated with enchanting decorations and provide a wonderful opportunity to strengthen bonds within families and communities. This sentiment comes to life in Penampang, Sabah, where a home's imaginative winter wonderland-themed decorations, complete with artificial snowfall, have captivated local residents. What began as a simple and modest effort has quickly turned into a viral sensation. The vibrant display featuring colorful lights, a beautifully decorated Christmas tree, and even fake snow has captured the attention of local residents. Angelo Ivan Tan's home has since become a popular destination, drawing visitors from all walks of life who come to admire the festive atmosphere.
Dia viral, lepas tu dia cantik, jadi ada anak-anak kecil, jadi attraction dia bawa ada orang lain suka-suka untuk enjoy the moment kan. Tiada snow sini, sini ada snow yang boleh lah, jadi kita datanglah.
Ya, happy anak-anak, and then dapat hadiah lagi. So thank you untuk dia punya tuan rumah because this generosity lah. Yes, welcoming.
Kami bagi hadiah untuk satu budak lah. Kalau ada 5 budak lah. Yang menarik lagi kami agak snow. Budak-budak boleh main lah.
Angelo began working on the decorations in November, and his efforts have garnered widespread praise on social media. Netizens have applauded not only the impressive decorations, but also Angelo's thoughtfulness in giving presents to children who come to enjoy the festive display. In Terengganu, police seized 244 kilograms of shabu, valued at 7.8 million ringgit, in their largest drug bust of the year during a traffic operation in Situ on Sunday. The drugs were discovered at around 9 a.m. inside a multi-purpose vehicle MPV, which had been abandoned by a man in his 30s who fled into a nearby oil palm plantation. State Police Chief Datuk Muhammad Khairi Khairuddin said that the suspect, believed to be a local, was driving the MPV when he stopped by the roadside, about 100 meters away from the traffic police team conducting the operation at Jalan Kuala Terengganu, Kota Baru, near Kampung Rahmat. When the team was approaching the vehicle, the man suddenly exited from the vehicle and fled into the plantation. Upon inspection, the police discovered plastic packets filled with crystal-like substances, believed to be shabu, inside the MPV. A four-wheel drive vehicle believed to be linked to the suspect was then spotted about 1 kilometer from the scene. The driver attempted to ram into the police officers, forcing them to open fire at the vehicle's tires. The suspect sped off and later abandoned the vehicle in an oil palm plantation. The police are tracking down both suspects. The case is being investigated under the Dangerous Drugs Act. An e-hailing driver was charged at the Kuching Magistrates Court on Tuesday with the murder of 28-year-old Nurul Asikinlan, whose decomposed body was found in a drain at Tabuan Jaya. However, no plea was recorded from 23-year-old Zakwan Mokhtar, as the case was under the jurisdiction of the High Court. Zakwan was accused of murdering Nurul Asikin on December 6 before the woman's body was discovered in a drain at Jalan Setia Raja at about 9:10 p.m. on December 14th. The charge under the Penal Code carries the death penalty or a minimum of 30 years in prison and caning upon conviction. Magistrate Sharifah Fatimah Azura Wan Ali fixed February 10th for case remention. Meanwhile, in a separate magistrate's court, Zakwan was sentenced to 3 months jail after he pleaded guilty to making a false report regarding Nurul Asikin's disappearance. Previously, the police stated that the suspect in the case confessed to murdering Nurul Asikin because he wanted to pawn off her jewelry in order to watch a football match in Phnom Penh, Cambodia on December 8th. Nurul Asikin had been reported missing for 10 days since December 5th before her body was found. The ringgit maintained its upward trajectory to close higher against the US dollar and major currencies on Tuesday, mainly lifted by rising oil prices. At 6 p.m., the ringgit was trading at 4.4845 to 4.49 against the greenback, up from yesterday's close of 4.4870 to 4.4925. UOB Kay Hian Wealth Advisors Head of Investment Research, Muhammad Sedek Jantan, said the ringgit's performance was partly driven by a recovery in Brent crude oil prices, which have risen above $73 per barrel. It is anticipated that demand for the ringgit will soften during this week, with Christmas taking place and the New Year approaching. Higher demand for U.S. stocks is also foreseen this week, following last week's major sell-off, which could limit interest in the ringgit. Overall, the ringgit strengthened against several major currencies, but showed mixed performance compared to ASEAN currencies. Chinese authorities have agreed to issue 3 trillion yuan or $411 billion worth of special treasury bonds next year, two sources said on Tuesday. As part of next year's plan, about 1.3 trillion yuan to be raised through long-term special treasury bonds would fund 2 major and 2 new programs. The proceeds will be targeted at boosting consumption via subsidy programs, equipment upgrades by businesses, and funding investments in innovation-driven advanced sectors, among other initiatives. The planned special treasury bond issuance would be the largest on record and underscores Beijing's willingness to go even deeper into debt to counter deflationary forces in the world's second-largest economy. Benfica secured top spot after dominant victory. Sports after this breather.
Akta Pemansuhan Hukuman Mati Mandatori 2023 Akta 846 akan buka kuasa hari ini.
Faktor yang mereka pertimbangkan ialah bahawa hukuman mati ini adalah satu hukuman yang irreversible.
Penggubalan Akta 847, rangkuman fail mahkamah sepanjang 2024.
Istimewa di MHI, aktiviti tradisional lastik kini mendapat perhatian.
Pernah tengok kami tetip dan kulat yang melekat pada dinding? Ketahui kesannya kepada kesihatan.
Caj perubatan meningkat mungkin akan memberi kesan kepada segelintir masyarakat.
Fenomena ikan paus dijumpai di perairan Malaysia. Petanda baik, ekosistem marin negara terpelihara.
Dan dalam soal wang, cara untuk membeli saham ketahuilah selok-beloknya.
Saksikan MHI Isnin hingga Jumaat jam 10 pagi.
Juga di aplikasi tonton hanya di
TV3.
A woman's spirit is boundless. So grab your coffee cups and wear your sassiest smile. Because this season, we're louder than ever. We talk career, health, finance, relationships, and everything in between. Women's Talk is here to empower and inspire you. Join us on Women's Talk every Saturday, 5 p.m. only on TV3 and stream now on Thursday.
Hai kawan-kawan, kawan-kawan pernah tak rasa tak selesa bila ada orang cuba sentuh badan kita? Kawan-kawan ingat tahu badan kita ni milik kita. Kalau ada orang sentuh tapi izin, korang cakap tidak. Lepas tu korang bagi tahu ibu bapa ataupun cikgu ataupun kakak dan abang, okey?
Betul tu. Ingat, tak ada orang yang boleh buat kita rasa takut dan tak selesa. Kita berhak rasa selamat dan dilindungi.
Sports now, football. The Football Association of Malaysia, FAM, has suspended Kelantan FA's or KAFA membership on Monday and ordered them to reconvene their Congress and elections. The decision was made through a written resolution by the national body's executive committee, invoking Article 17 of the FAM statutes, which grants the EXCO the authority to suspend affiliates. This move follows FAM's letter dated December 21st, which detailed the findings of its internal dispute committee regarding complaints against KAFA's 65th Annual Congress and the Executive Committee elections for the 2024 to 2028 term. The committee declared the Congress and elections invalid due to irregularities, based on findings that certain affiliate members were not allowed to attend or were not invited to the Congress. Additionally, the Congress was found to have failed to adhere to the necessary procedures and protocols. Earlier this month, FAM also suspended Perlis FA PFA for failing to comply with the 2019 FIFA ruling to pay 998,000 ringgit in outstanding wages and compensation to former football director Matt Holland. Still on football, the Liga Portugal. Ziki Amdouni scored a brace as Benfica extended their lead at the top of the league after a 3-0 victory over Estoril Praia at home on Monday. The Eagles opened the scoring in the 28th minute after Vangelis Pabledes struck a low-driven effort from the edge of the box. The hosts then doubled their lead in the second half, with Amdouni capitalizing on the visitors' reckless defending to make it 2-0 in the 73rd minute. Amdouni then finished the game off 4 minutes into injury time when he headed in Jan-Nicolas Beste's corner kick to seal the dominant 3-0 victory. With the result, Bruno Lage's side are now top of the table with 38 points, just 1 point ahead of Sporting Lisbon. Moving on to tennis, the 2024 Macau Masters. Both Casper Ruud and Andrei Rublev got off to a strong start, securing victories in their men's singles openers on Tuesday. 26-year-old Ruud came from a set down to defeat Japanese Kei Nishikori, securing a 4-6, 6-3, 10-6 victory in 3 sets. In another match, Rublev registered a straight-set 6-3, 6-4 win over China's Shang Juncheng. Meanwhile, in the mixed doubles category, Andrei Rublev paired with Karolina Muchova defeated the pairing of Shang Juncheng and Wang Xinyu 6-4, 6-3. The event will resume and finish on Wednesday, as it is part of the 25th anniversary celebrations of the establishment of the Macau Special Administrative Region. Dozen killed in blast at Turkey explosives plant. The details when Nightline returns.
Kekal cakna, kekal sihat. Hello Doktor merungkai pelbagai persoalan kesihatan anda.
Penyakit kronik, pemakanan, kesihatan mental, semuanya demi kesejahteraan anda.
Setiap minggu bersama tenaga pakar kesihatan terbaik Malaysia, segalanya terjawab dalam Hello Doktor setiap Ahad
5.30 petang di TV3 dan stream juga melalui Tonton.
Lebih segar, lebih dinamik. Laporan komprehensif menghidupkan pagi anda.
Buletin pagi dengan waktu yang baharu. 9.30 pagi setiap hari bermula 1 November.
Mira nak kongsikan sedikit panduan keselamatan anak ketika di luar rumah. Pastikan keadaan sekeliling, pantau pergerakan anak dan jangan biarkan mereka berkeliaran jauh daripada anda. Elakkan pemakaian barang kemas yang berlebihan. Yang terakhir, boleh bawa whistle bersama. Jerit sekuat hati atau tiup whistle untuk menarik perhatian orang sekeliling sekiranya diganggu atau merasa terancam. Dapatkan pelbagai informasi bermanfaat bersama Nona setiap Ahad jam 2 petang di TV3.
A woman's spirit is boundless. So grab your coffee cups and wear your sassiest smile. Because this season, we're louder than ever. We talk career, health, finance, relationships, and everything in between. Women's Talk is here to empower and inspire you. Join us on Women's Talk every Saturday, 5 p.m. only on TV3 and stream now on Tonton.
The foreign news. South Korea's opposition party on Tuesday said it would hold back a decision to impeach acting President Han Duck-soo until later in the week. According to a party spokesperson, the impeachment motion against Han had been unanimously adopted as the party's official stance. The floor leader, Park Chan-dae, said the group decided to exercise patience, taking into account the sentiments of the people, and will wait until Thursday to determine whether their demands are met. The Democratic Party's reasons for impeachment include not only rejecting 2 bills, but also actively participating in and supporting the insurrection, as well as attempting to exercise another form of power while the president's authority had not yet formally ended after the insurrection. A blast has ripped through an explosives factory in northwest Turkey on Tuesday, killing at least 12 people and injuring 4. The explosion occurred at a factory in the village of Kavakli in Balıkesir province. The blast took place at 8:25 a.m. local time at a section of the plant, which local officials said collapsed by the force of the explosion. According to initial reports, 12 employees died and 4 were taken to hospital with injuries. Officials pointed to technical reasons as to the cause of the accident. However, the official cause was not immediately known, and an investigation has been launched following the powerful blast. At least 1 person has died and 5 others injured late on Monday after a boat burst into flames in the United States. Fire crews responded to the Lauderdale Marina in Florida at around 6 p.m. local time to multiple 911 calls of a single vessel on fire in the water. Upon arrival, they found that the fire had spread to a significant amount of the boat and had spread to a second. Several people were injured as a result of both the fire and the explosion. 5 people were taken to the hospital with what authorities described as traumatic injuries. Fire officials then learned that there was 1 person on the boat who was unaccounted for. The cause of the explosion is still under investigation. The Zionist military targeted 3 major hospitals in the northern Gaza Strip on Tuesday, as doctors and authorities in the enclave request immediate intervention by the international community. Week-long Zionist attacks intensified on the besieged Kamal Adwan Hospital and Indonesian Hospital in Beit Lahia, and the Al-Auda Hospital located east of the Jabalia refugee camp. 2 explosive-laden unmanned robotic vehicles planted earlier by the Zionist military blew up in the vicinity of Kamal Adwan, wounding about 20 patients and medical staff. Elsewhere, the Indonesian hospital was threatened by the Zionist forces to evacuate the entire facility. Meanwhile, hospital directors, health authorities, and rights organizations inside and outside Gaza have been condemning the attacks and calling for international help. But the situation in North has only deteriorated. Meanwhile, Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz has for the first time acknowledged that Israel killed Hamas's political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran in July.
ונערוף את ראש מנהיגיו, בדיוק כמו שעשינו להנייה, סינואר ונסראללה בטהרן, עזה ובלבנון, נעשה בחודדה ובצנע. מי שירים יד על ישראל, ידו תיגדע. וידו הארוכה של צה"ל תפגע בו ותבוא איתו חשבון.
In a speech, Katz on Monday said Israel would strike hard at the Houthis and decapitate its leadership, while referencing the killing of Haniyeh, as well as the subsequent killings of Hamas's Gaza chief Yahya Sinwar and Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. And that concludes Nightline this time around. Before we leave, let's take a look at the skies in Qatar, which came alive with vibrant colors during the 5th Annual Hot Air Balloon Festival. The event featured 60 balloons from around the world, captivating locals and visitors alike with their unique shapes and themes. With that, I'm Liyana Hassanel. Thank you for watching, and be well, Malaysia.